Standardized tests. If you pay even a little bit of attention to the news or to the educational system, you'll realize that they are all the rage right now. But what if they shouldn't be? Arts classes are equally important to education. Using various articles, including information from College Board, the Washington Post, and the public broadcasting system, I will show you why arts classes are just as important as standardized testing in school. Arts classes have recently been pushed out of curriculums around the country. Recently, curricula has moved heavily towards STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. No Child Left Behind was a policy implemented by Bush, which really pushes STEM. It really wants to raise test scores, and therefore less time is devoted to arts. Actually, arts is one of No Child Left Behind's big 10 areas to focus on, but since they don't test on it, they don't teach it. This gives the idea that the arts are a luxury, not a necessity, which is very not true. EdUtopia's website states one real example of this in California recently. Between the 1999-2000 school year and the 2004-2005 school year, arts participation in California public schools dropped by an astonishing 46%, showing how detrimental No Child Left Behind is to the art program. Another big reason a lot of schools have cut funding for arts programs is because of the 2008 economic recession. According to a Washington Post article, arts are typically the first classes to get cut if schools can no longer fund all of their classes. Despite how eager administration seems to be to cut arts programs, there is a ton of definitive evidence that in fact they should not. First of all, getting an artistic edge in elementary school really helps students gain many skills they will need later in their life. A lot of skills come with the arts when students are only 3 or 4. For example, holding a crayon, or a paintbrush, or scribbling, or language development. All comes when children are only 3 or 4, according to a PBS article. Obviously, kids master these skills pretty quickly once they get out of elementary school, but that doesn't mean that the benefits of the arts go away once adolescence hits. Can anybody guess some benefits of taking arts classes in high school?
Benefits? Occupation.
Well, I'll tell you. They include social and emotional development, engagement with others, creativity, thinking on your feet, confidence and stepping out of your comfort zone, problem solving, perseverance, focus, dedication, and accountability. Basically, it can connect people more deeply to the world and open them to new ways of thinking, according to a Washington Post article. This is a graphic from Johns Hopkins University's website of all of the benefits of arts classes. A few include educates the imagination, develops problem-solving ability, memory and retention, learning through analogy, cost efficiencies in education, developing expressive skills, not just academic skills, hard work involving striving for excellence, and the list goes on. In addition to these benefits that the arts provide for individuals, they also actually help with standardized testing. There is a strong correlation between arts and higher academic achievement in other areas. A 2003 report on EdUtopia's website called The Complete Curriculum, Ensuring a Place for the Arts and Foreign Language in Schools, talked about the benefits of arts curriculum, such as math, reading, cognitive ability, and critical thinking. Students who take arts are 4 times more likely to be recognized for academic achievement, and countries that have mandatory arts programs actually have the highest standardized test scores, all according to dosomething.org. High school students who have taken 4 or more years of an arts class score, on average, 91 points higher on standardized tests than their peers who have taken a semester or less of arts classes. To sum up, to be a good student, you need to be well-rounded. And to be well-rounded, you need not only STEM classes, but arts classes. A lot of schools have been recently lacking so much in arts classes that it will take years and a lot of money to make up for it. However, some schools really are trying to bring arts back. in unique ways, like using music notes to teach fractions, or writing and performing a play in English class about a famous composer. Arizona's State Superintendent of Public Instruction sums it up quite nicely when he says, quote, "If they're worried about their test scores and want a way to get them higher, they need to give kids more arts, not less. There's lots of evidence that kids immersed in the arts do better on their academic tests." All of this information according to EduTopic. Even though schools seem to be more and more focused on standardized testing, that doesn't mean that there's still no place for arts in schools. Arts teach a variety of life skills that are essential for learning. Schools have to take advantage of the benefits given by arts classes instead of putting them on the back burner. We as a society need to do something to fix this problem. Instead of pushing for simply good test takers, how about we push our students to be well-rounded adults?